And energy and power is really important. Most of us think of oil as, of course, being the dominant way of moving a car or a boat. Well, believe it or not, propane is becoming popular. It's becoming a real resource and a tool. And joining us, I believe, down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, I think he is. No, I don't know where he is. I think he's in Florida. Is Bernardo Herzer. I like to call him the captain. Hey, Captain.
How are you, Ken?
Hey, where are you right now?
I'm actually in New Orleans.
Oh,
it's
New
one
Orleans.
of the capitals out here for natural gas and propane.
Now, Captain, you, of course, have done all kinds of businesses. You've been an entrepreneur when it comes to travel, to hospitality, to restaurants, and now to energy and power. What would you say, out of all your businesses, was your biggest failure?
That's an interesting one, and really, I don't believe I've had any real failures. I think that every failure is a success because you learn what not to do.
That is actually really good. See, and this goes exactly the point. Almost every entrepreneur uses failure to go to the next level. So you've just got an A on your test. Good job. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you.
So you're down in New Orleans. You have a company that's based here in Los Angeles that's all around. Well, you're one of those green companies, right?
That's correct. As you know, we just launched the world's first propane-powered outboard line. This is outboard motors that run on propane, which is an environmentally friendly gas.
Yeah, tell me a little more about the company first called LEHR that is doing this. What is LEHR?
LEHR stands for Life's Energy for the Human Race, and founded the company back in 2007 after my wife became pregnant, came home, and decided to spend more time at home. So we decided to take the technology that I had developed during all those years at sea and bring it basically to the consumer. You know, these types of technologies that are green or next-generation products make their biggest impact when they're brought to the consumers. I mean, we could have great ideas, but unless we actually execute them and bring them to the consumer as a product, they're really not making the impact they need to make.
When we say propane, are we talking about the same stuff we power our grill with? We cook?
That's correct. It's not well known that propane is actually the third most used fuel in the world for running internal combustion engines. I mean, here we are importing a tremendous amount of oil from, the Arab countries and overseas into the U.S. to run cars, but yet we have a fuel like propane, which runs internal combustion engines, is a better fuel, and we're exporting millions of gallons of it annually just to keep the price up.
And propane's readily available. We're not powering cars with it. Well, we are actually, right? Propane, we're seeing, I think, Santa Monica is one of the, most of the cars or their local transportation's all done by propane, right?
That's correct. If you look around today, a lot of the buses are running on it. A lot of the largest taxi fleet in the country in Las Vegas runs on propane. It's the third most used fuel in the U.S. for cars. There's 180,000 cars or vehicles running on it.
How about more consumer product like a lawn care products? You could do that off of propane also, right?
That's correct. We launched the world's first line of, handheld products running on propane. And these are, handheld products that they're so convenient and easy to use. You screw in a little propane tank, like the Coleman or different brands of those convenient cans. And, they're so convenient. There's no pollution coming out of the tailpipes. You're not breathing all those cancerogens. And it's actually more economical than gasoline.
Captain Bernardo Herzer is on the phone with us, and he is the CEO and founder of LEHR. LEHR is based over here in Los Angeles. That's all around alternative energy technology. So you just mentioned outboard engines. Help me out on this. Outboard on boats, right?
That's correct. I mean, a lot of people today, they own small little fishing boats, and they use these small motors that run on gasoline. And they take those motors, they put it on the back of their boat, and they go to the local pond or river or lake. Most Americans live within 5 miles of a lake or river they can fish in. Fishing is actually the number one participating sport in the world. And these propane outboard motors, there's no winterizing, there's no choke, there's no priming, there's no problems with ethanol, there's no storage issues. If you have a sailboat, you just pick the motor up and put it downstairs. Interestingly, these types of products are the next generation product. I believe we're going into a gaseous fuel economy. Today we're drilling 2 miles offshore just to get to a place where we can start drilling for oil. I mean, that kind of gives you a hint about how problematic it is today to find oil and how costly it can be. And yet in the United States, we're a net exporter of propane.
What's it like being a green company in Los Angeles? Is that a tough one, or do you feel LA is a very green city?
It's an amazing support mechanism that you get when you actually are doing something that people really believe in. I mean, we just launched the world's first line of propane motors down at the Miami International Boat Show, won the National Marine Manufacturers Award. We've been on the cover of Boating. And they say, hey, is this the game changer? Will this change boating? I believe it will. And a lot of the people come by and they go, I don't need a small outboard motor like that, but I got to tell you, good luck. We love what you're doing. People today, we're seeing a change of direction of what people are really most interested in. Of course, everybody wants something that is going to be price competitive and easy to use, and that's what makes your product marketable to the masses.
Bernardo, I really appreciate you spending time with us. Go check out LEHR. Is it golehr.com, I believe is the website, right?
That's correct, or lehrmarine.com.
Thanks
That's
a lot.
LEHR marine.com.
Bernardo Herzer, thanks a lot from LEHR.